Why not?
What's up?
This desk is. He kicked the table, didn't he? It's like I've got loads of room now.
And you complaining about that?
I had the smile on my face now.
But you went, and then you were like,
I was like, it was more of an art of shock.
okay, fair play to you. We'll have to adjust that because I feel like you're right. I feel like you're right on the edge. I feel like you're right on the edge of the shot now. I feel like the desk going pinged out a bit. So we had Adam Hardaker on earlier, who you'll see the interview. We'll put the interview on tomorrow just for Patreon. It'll be on a show, premiere. It'll be on a show. So Adam has written The Seat Left Behind, which is a book about Everton and grief and mental health issues and basically just about being an Evertonian. He has written other books. That one's about, like, he's got an autistic son. That one's about, and he's doing horror as well, or a bit of gothic. Not quite horror, gothic. You never told me, like, good lad who's in. You'll see. We'll put the interview on premiere tomorrow, standalone, but it'll be in Thursdays live, I think. Because it's a good interview, and I want people to watch it. And therefore, sometimes when you put interviews up, people don't always watch them. Because they're just like, oh, what's this about? I don't know this person.
Yeah, like the book. Yeah. We've done it before as well, haven't we?
He's selling a book, but yeah. But I know you people will watch it because you're good people. You're the best of people. The best of people. Unlike James.
That felt harsh.
Apologies that there is no tier list. It's 2 weeks in a row now. Yes. This could have been the biscuit tier list day. We would have got away with it.
To be fair, I could still set it up.
We could have got away with it.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit.
I know, but we got in trouble last time for doing the films one.
I couldn't care less.
Even though.
Who were we getting in trouble with?
We never got in trouble, but we got a
scolded.
Yeah. We got like a disappointed stare.
If you're gonna take a day off,
and Cars is still the best sports film.
It's not. If you're gonna take a day off, then be prepared. Do you know what I mean? Especially on an international break.
Yeah.
Especially when there's very little to talk about.
It's alright, tier list Thursday. We're going to go through biscuits. If I'm not doing something with the women again. Like last time.
I don't think you'll be doing anything with the women this time. I think you're a jinx.
I'm a jinx? I actually do think I'm a jinx as well. I was saying, even when I was like an intern at Everton, I had to do a few match reports and they got like battered 4-1 then and 6-0 then too. So I don't think I've been to a women's game where they've won it, and I've been to about 10 now. Which is mad, isn't it?
I'm going to let you off. I feel like that's just on them.
Yeah, it's on them, but I think it's on me as well.
It's definitely not good. It's definitely not good. But how did you enjoy your little visit to Hill Dickinson on Sunday? You got to do something which I certainly haven't done.
Yeah, it was cool. It was in the press box for it, and it's a mad seat. I know, obviously, the one you've got as well, that's like playing FIFA, but that's proper like playing FIFA. It's like you're really to the back and you can see sort of everything that's going on. And also I had a little like telly next to me and stuff. It was mental.
You said that was your favourite thing, didn't you? You said it was a telly that you could change channel.
Yeah, you could click on it and there was every channel was on it. It was sick.
Did you not like just start watching The Simpsons? Because they're on Channel 4, aren't they?
I would have been perfect because last week, I mean, I wouldn't have done it with the Everton game anyway, but Everton was on at the same time as the F1, so I could have been watching Everton and then the F1 on the little screen. Exactly, that's perfect, isn't it?
John would have loved that, just watching the F1. Sort of defeats the object of being in there, like.
Yeah, no, it does, but if the F1 was on then, it would have been
But you
perfect.
didn't eat the food, did you?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
What was the food?
It was some gravy thing.
Some gravy thing.
And like veg. I didn't really investigate.
MasterChef, all over again.
Yeah, but I didn't investigate.
Was there not like a spread? Or was
What
it just like one thing?
No, it wasn't like how Goodison is, where they've got like, the metal trays. It was just some woman. And there was like loads of little bowls and stuff, and then she was given like, like the main thing out.
I reckon at the men's games, they have like platters from Costco. Yeah. The women's, they just go, nah, give them gruel.
Yeah, they're
all YouTubers and bloggers.
Mysterious meat and gravy.
Mysterious meat. Yeah. Never get involved in mysterious.
No, never.
What's the meat? What is the meat? I don't know.
Find out.
I'm not. Yeah, horse.
Yeah.
If it says nay, then you know there's issues. Then you know there's issues. Yeah.
But yeah,
it's a bit quiet. It's very. I mean, it's quiet here. Obviously, there's no Baz's. Took the day off, and it's just Charlotte was here. Well, I mean, before it was busy, wasn't it? Charlotte was here, and then Adam come in, and Charlotte is actually doing the voice for the audio book for the book. So Adam and obviously Charlotte know each other. So we did something with Adam, but it's been quite quiet today, hasn't it?
Yeah. We're coming to the end of the international break, isn't it?
We are.
Which is always like the worst bit.
Have you heard about what's potentially happening next year for the international break?
It's gonna be one like super one, isn't it?
It's 3 week. A 3 week international
I don't mind
break.
Would it be though?
That would just be the first two.
Yeah,
so the first two would be one. So instead of
when would it be when the first one is or when the second one is? That makes sense.
I'm not 100% sure. I know, because I've heard that UEFA are going into meetings, aren't they, to decide what the future of qualifying is, and they're actually talking about, and this is something I did say, they're actually looking at doing a Champions League style qualifying group,
like a league,
a Swiss league, because they're saying that it's just getting predictable. Something like England have lost 4 qualifiers in something like 30 years. So
to be fair, though, international football is crap, isn't it? Like tonight they're playing Latvia. Who cares?
Dr. Doom. That's the only thing that ever came out of Latvia, isn't it?
I know they played Ireland.
I think Latvians care though, won't they?
I know, but it's like you never see them play like Spain or something.
No, because they're seeded, aren't they?
That's what I mean. It's boring.
So it is boring. There's no jeopardy in it, but ultimately it is qualifying. They don't want teams.
Yeah.
They want the best teams.
But even the friendlies are crap too.
Do you think? I mean, it wouldn't really work. But I do like the idea of doing the Swiss one, because then anything could happen. They could get maybe they could get like a couple of tough games like the Champions League, and still all qualify. So it's like you get your little glamour ties, but they still all qualify. But like, don't get me wrong, in many ways, like, it still works if you keep touching that microphone. I will.
Because it's like floppy.
Just leave it.
Can't help
you know
it.
You don't touch it.
But look, it's doing that.
I know, but it doesn't. It only does that because you're doing it.
No, it doesn't normally do that.
Okay, just leave it alone and see if it spins on its own. Go on, just leave it. See the way it's not spinning now.
The fact I know it's flimsy is doing me head in.
Get it where you want and just leave it, and it'll be fine. Honest to God, your generation, man, you always have to be touching something.
I actually do. Yeah.
Do you want me to get your little spinner?
That's why I haven't fixed my car keys, so I can press the button to open my car, because I fidget with stuff too much. Then I know I'll open my car and get robbed. I actually do.
Now I've lost my train of thought and I'm devastated.
Something about...
Go on.
I know it'll... Like the league format, and you're saying I know it'll stop you getting your big days.
What I was going to say was, I know, like, it seems boring, but what about, like, the Faroe Islands?
What about them?
Well, like, they're smashing it. Iceland drew 2-2 with France last night.
Curacao.
Norway are now going to qualify. They're flying.
Yeah.
So Italy, Australia are in second. They're playing Israel tonight, and they have to win, otherwise Israel are on the same point. So they haven't been to a World Cup for like they haven't been to like the last 2 World Cups, have they? Yeah. So they're struggling. So there is like still little things happening that are like, I know most of the big countries are getting through, but there's still like little things happening, isn't there?
Yeah, but
you just don't care.
No. Do you like really?
Yeah, because I love tournament football. To me,
but it's I like tournament football, but the qualifying.
But you have to get there, don't you?
No, I know, but I'll go for the.
But that's what I'm saying. It is boring, and I totally agree with you. England getting to the World Cup now, there's zero jeopardy in it. England are so far ahead of England, generally is so far ahead of everyone else. They'll still, of course, they did get beat in the, I want to say, Nations League by, I want to say, Greece. Lee Carsley, wasn't it? So they've been beaten, but that's more like that's where you do your little messing about now, isn't it? It's like it's where you arse about. And I think that's better than friendlies, at least. Yeah. And I get it. No, I do get when people like, I do get when people are like, oh, it's rubbish, it's boring, it takes away, the season's only just started and you've had a break, and then it's just getting it going and you're having a break, and then you get into the best bit of the season, the Christmas bit, and then you have a break again. I fully understand that. But at the same time, I do think you have to have, obviously you can't just let teams qualify for the World Cup, because number one, that wouldn't be fair, and number two, not everyone is successful. Like Italy are struggling.
Yeah.
So you can't just say, well, the big 5 or 6 countries deserve to just go through. Well, Italy haven't been to the last 2, so does that make them a big one? And other countries,
they win the Euros, Tom.
Yeah, they did, yeah, and because it's easier to qualify for the Euros, isn't it? But that's where, imagine they're saying now, we want a bigger World Cup, then everyone will qualify.
Yeah.
So then you'll have
a bigger World Cup is more fun.
It's not more fun. I guarantee it wouldn't be more fun.
But so how is it? There's just more knockout rounds in it, or what?
There'd be more games, but they haven't specified whether that means bigger groups or just like maybe some teams go straight through to a group and some teams might have to play a knockout game. But then that's why have a knockout game in the World Cup when you could have a knockout game in the qualifiers? Do you know what I mean? It feels like they want more money and they want more eyes on it, but the logistics of it are ridiculous, because that would mean only certain countries will be able to host it. Money, and countries with money. So then that probably brings into more scope the Middle Eastern countries with money, which are now back in FIFA or America, because that's big enough to hold it.
What? So your view on this, because I know quite political and stuff. So if it meant only countries with money could host it, in turn, is that not also better? Because you know, when you look at like Brazil, and apparently loads of people, like thousands died or whatever.
You've got to ask the question.
They can't really afford it.
No, I agree with you. And more and more things are going to be like the Commonwealth Games, right? Which, when I was younger, was like seen as a bigger thing, because I think it was a bigger thing because we were terrible in the Olympics. But as GB has got better in the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games has become less of a thing. That will cease to exist, I think, soon. Or it'll only be held in this country, because even Australian countries are struggling now. So early it's like maybe Australia, Canada and the UK, because they're like the 4 big countries that are in the Commonwealth, 3 big countries that are in the Commonwealth. They'll be able to afford it. And even Australian cities now are like, we can't afford it. It's not worth it. We're making a loss. So then if you look at like the Olympics, it costs a fortune now. And even these countries, huge countries, like France at the last one, is like, we're not even breaking even on this thing anymore. It's becoming so expensive. But you've got to ask that question of, where is that money really going? Like, is it going...
because why is it so expensive?
So is it going on stadiums, or is it going to other places? Do you know what I mean? And this has been the thing with FIFA for years, is like, where's that money really going? And when we put all the TV deals going, where's that money going? So that's the real question, is tournaments have got to be... we can't get to a situation where tournaments are too expensive to host. But the reason they're expensive is because the money isn't actually going into the right places. It's going into other places, or isn't coming back from like the TV deals and stuff. And that they're the real questions. But you're right. My brother-in-law used to say, has said for years, we should just have an island somewhere where like we're just like Football Island. That's literally called it, Football Island, that hosts all the tournaments. But you're getting in a situation where Football Island will be Qatar and Saudi Arabia soon, and America, because they're the only places soon. I think we can host it, and the Euros is a really good example of that. The next Euros could be really, really good. Right? We talked about it in the news before. We were saying about Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall's got a decision to make about playing for Ireland. Now, of course, that doesn't mean they qualify, by the way, because the Euros, you don't automatically qualify, whereas Canada, Mexico and America have all qualified for the World Cup. But in that, they've all got to individually qualify. But imagine like Dewsbury Hall qualifies, plays for Ireland, and Ireland qualify. You have a Stormy. And he gets to play in Ireland, but he also gets to play in England. Could play Hill Dickinson. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Like, what an incentive. No, like people, like it's in the news about him playing for Ireland, possibility of him playing for Ireland. What an incentive to say, you're going to come in to play for us as we go to try and qualify for the Euros, which is going to be hosted in the UK. And he'll be what? 30? Around 30? This will be this could pop.
But in the same breath, I know you're saying he'd be like, I can play it here, but do you reckon he'd prefer to play it in Brazil? He's gonna
Okay, can I
play
just stop you for a moment?
I know it's the Euros.
What's the chance of the Euros being
No,
played
I
in
know,
Brazil?
but for tournaments and stuff, like somewhere else where he's not going to play.
Why would you? What I would say
Finland.
is, yeah, but what I would say is though, you're a professional footballer, right? For a fan, something that might be amazing. But no, if you were a professional footballer and someone said to you, get the chance to play in a World Cup or the Euros, and it's in your home country, or it's in one of the countries, like,
Yeah.
don't you think that's like, as a professional, just from that point of view, would be amazing, because you don't have to do all the travelling. Your family are around, and you are familiar, and you know the weather's going to be good, and you know the food's going to be all good. Don't you think that's like part of a really good reason to want to be in that?
Yeah, no, I get that, but then also it's experience a different football culture if you go abroad, isn't it? Like, I know.
Well, how much? What I would say to you is, how much do you think those players actually get to experience?
Well,
like,
just playing in different stadiums is a big thing.
No, I get that. Like, I do get that. But
ultimately, he's probably going to play in all the stadiums that he will play in the Euros already.
But I don't know. That's the point I'm making. Is I don't know whether that's a thing footballers would like, or
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he played in the World Club Championships, didn't he? In the summer. So he might look at that going, I've already done that.
He's a champion of the world.
I didn't really enjoy that experience. He might, I don't know what he'd say, but he could say, I didn't really enjoy it. The weather was terrible. It was too hot. The travelling was ridiculous. I don't know what he'd say, do you know what I mean? But but this, I do think playing a home tournament is something special, because you have got that love. The crowd is going to, I know it's,
Yeah.
it's different. And I think going forward, I think countries, it's going to have to be like this, like 2 or 3, like Belgium and Holland, or France, Belgium and Holland, or because it's going to be so expensive. And I also think we're in an era now where we don't really need to build new stadiums anymore. I think we're pretty much covered now for new. You think about it, for the Euros, all of the stadiums for the Euros are like new. Like Old Trafford's not one of the stadiums. Anfield's not one of the stadiums.
Yeah.
And I think there's one that needs to be built in our Northern Ireland. That has to be built. The Aviva is being rebuilt. We've got Wembley. We've got Tottenham's ground. So most of the ground, if not all the grounds,
They're done,
are brand new stadiums. And if you went to France or you went to Germany, they're all brand new stadiums because they've had a tournament in the last 25, 30 years. All right, some of them might need a little bit of upkeep, a little bit spent on, polishing them up a little bit. But most of the tournaments are going to be new. So you don't have. So I think it has to be in big. The most important thing is transport. It's infrastructure. It's how you get from one place to another. Fans. Mm-hmm. But Qatar was so successful because it is such a small place, and they had the money to have all those different places on. And because the laws are stricter than ours, people couldn't get out of line.
Yeah.
And it worked. And I think that's probably going to be the future of a lot of things. The Olympics, Saudi Arabia are buying up a lot of sport.
Yeah, they've got golf and boxing and all that now.
There's a lot of individual sports. Tennis, they're going big for tennis. And the next thing will be what you've seen. Saudi have got a World Cup, haven't they? They've got 2034.
I'm not sure. Do you want me to give you?
I think they've got 34. Saudi 34, I think. Spain.
Yeah, 34.
Spain and Morocco. Yeah, but there's one. Spain and Morocco, an African country and a European country. That's 2030, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is that Spain and Portugal and Morocco, or just Spain and Morocco?
It is Morocco, Portugal, and Spain.
Yeah, so 3 countries, 2 of them in Europe, 1 of them in Africa. Obviously, the
3 opening matches will be held in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay.
Yeah, it's basically because of the centenary of the World Cup. So there's 3 countries, 1 of them Africa, 2 of them Europe, who are going to host the World Cup in 2030. 2034 is going to be Saudi Arabia, so that's going to be state of the art. Everything's going to be state of the art.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you think about that country or its whatever it, politically or.
Does Morocco have any stadiums?
They are building the world's biggest stadium.
Really?
Literally building the world's biggest stadium. Honestly, I watch all these.
The Hassan II stadium.
I think it's 110,000. Is it?
115.
115. The new camp will be built soon, and that's over 100, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be again all brand new.
105.
Yeah, that's all brand new stadiums. So the Bernabeu in there as well. That's all brand new stadiums. So you need money, but it's more about logistics. and it's more about air conditioning as well.
Yeah.
Remember, like Qatar having the air conditioned stadiums.
Yeah.
Like that's
Onto
what,
the pitch.
and that's the only thing about America is America don't have a lot of their stadiums are slightly older stadiums that they were using, and they don't have like the air conditioning, and that was the problem. That's why in the World Cup next year we're going to have games kicking off here at like 1 o'clock in the morning, because which I think is fine, because I think if you're in a country,
Yeah.
and I think the rest of the world has to play by your times, not you have to play by European times. I find that always disrespectful to the home nation.
Yeah, but you can also see from sort of I don't know, whoever buys the right sense, they want the European viewers, don't they? Because that's where they're going to get the most of the money from.
Oh, it's not
Most of the teams.
Yeah, but that's on FIFA, isn't it? That's only on FIFA. That's nothing to do with.
I know, but that's why you can see why they put like the.
But then they
games.
shouldn't get. But that's the problem, isn't it? It's like I don't know about you, but I'd watch the World Cup whatever time it was on.
Yeah.
The only country
I wouldn't wake up at 4 a.m. to watch it.
The only country that I truly believe that will never get the World Cup is Australia,
Because it's just in the middle of nowhere.
because the time zone is just too ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's for like European audiences. It's like it is middle of the night. So, when it was in Japan,
I was going to say, what about you?
when it was in Japan, Korea, it was. I don't know whether that's the same time zone as Sydney. Go on, find out for me. I might just be, but I think England played their last game at 10 o'clock in the morning, if I remember rightly, and it led to.
Sydney is 1 hour ahead of Tokyo.
Oh, okay. So that was played. Now I don't know whether those kick-off times, because it was 23 years ago. I don't know whether those times were adjusted. But the reason why I say Australia is because it's such a big country that not only the time zones, but the travelling within the country itself would, I think, put like FIFA off having it there. Whereas Tokyo and Japan and Korea are smaller countries, where the travelling in those countries and the travelling between those countries was fine.
Yeah.
And it was a good World Cup. It was a good World Cup, and the kits were amazing. And I think the final kicked off at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if I remember rightly. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fine. But I remember, put it this way, right? When England played Argentina, we went out to watch it in Yates's on Allen Road. Went out, got pissed, went home, went to bed, got up and went out to town in the night.
Nice.
Got pissed twice in one day. Like, that was decent.
That's the way to do it, yeah.
That's the way to do it. We got up, we had like a brech. I remember we had like a brekkie. Yatesy, all the bars were full for it, because it was like the era of like, it was when like it was just that it was just, I think it was just before everyone started becoming anti-England. It had like Owen and it had like loads of Liverpool players in, but like it was still just before like people started getting turned off by England. Like for me personally, and so. No, it's I think international football is going to have to change in the next few years. I think it really is going to have to change on all those fronts, by the way.
No, I feel like tournaments are fine. It's just stuff in between. There's just nothing. I just don't care.
And that's what they recognise. As I said, they recognise that. It's literally, they've said they're putting a working
group. For instance, say for tonight, Everton, England were playing Lafayette, and it was the World Cup. I'd watch it, but because it's not, I just don't care. I don't care about the qualifiers. Maybe that's because there's no. I mean, I know in the past,
but that's natural. Though. If you watch the Olympics, right? If you watch the Olympics, you're watching the Olympics, but you're not really watching the qualifying for the 100 metres, are you?
No.
You're watching.
No, I know, but that's different as well.
No, I know, but you're watching. Well, it's not really, is it, if you think about it? No, but
I cared about the players.
No, what I mean, though. No, but what I mean is, generally, most people are like, well, I'm just going to watch the 100 metres final because that's the best of the best. I don't really care about how they get there. That's good, they're into the final, and then I'll watch the final. You're not really, you might like running, but you're not really bothered about the qualifiers. Yeah. Qualifiers are like early in the morning stuff. You're like, nah, that's fine.
But then if you compare that to sort of Everton, I'd wake up at 3 a.m. to watch Everton play if they were doing like a friendly.
So I would and I wouldn't. I didn't watch the games in Australia. I wasn't watching that team with Frank Lampard as the manager in Australia. I just wasn't. I wasn't getting up for a couple of.
I don't remember. I think I got up for what? Was the 2 or 3?
2, wasn't it?
I think I got up for
We
1.
beat Celtic. We beat Celtic on penalties, and then we beat the Australian team. I think, or it might have been the other way around. It's like Australian. I think it was like the Australian All Stars, was it? And then the other one was Celtic, and I think, yeah, we won one of them convincingly. The other one, I think we might have won on penalties. I think, but I had no interest. I had no interest because it was like friendly middle night Frank Lampard team. No, you're all right. But I think, yeah, you're right. Something has to change. Something will change because if they follow the money, if people aren't watching these games of football, then TV companies won't pay the money. If TV companies aren't paying the money, then who's interested?
You know, when you was younger and you just said then where you stopped really liking international football, sort of changed. Do people care for England as much as they care for like the clubs? Because I feel like now, I mean, you go online and I feel like there's more of a tribalism now. Maybe not more, but people are like, I just care about Arsenal.
I don't think anyone's ever cared about England more than the clubs, not that I know of. Certainly growing up, I've never experienced anybody.
I thought it was just a Liverpool thing.
No, I don't. I think it might have. I think it's always been a Liverpool thing. I think it used to be a Liverpool thing where people were England fans, but they always supported the clubs more. And I think that used to be the other way around, maybe in other places. But I think now
everyone's like
that, unless when you go below the Championship.
Yeah.
And I still think it's country first.
Yeah.
But so I honestly don't believe, like, I grew up in a household where it was like, I had England kits when I was younger, but there was never any like thing about England winning anything ever.
Because I think now if Pickford, whenever Pickford starts playing for England, if we don't have anyone who sort of goes into the England lineup, I don't think I'd be bothered at all.
No,
I only care about the Everton players.
I'm not bothered about England.
Whatever team has the most Everton players, and that's what I want to win.
Yeah.
I've
always been like I've always been like that. I was like that. I remember when England played Ireland in the 1990 World Cup, and we had and they had Kevin Sheedy. Ireland had Kevin Sheedy, and England had, like, they didn't have any Everton players, but Gary Lineker played for them, and because he'd played for Everton, I had an allegiance to Gary Lineker because that's just the way I used to be. Yeah. I'm still sort of a little bit like that. But Kevin Sheedy played for Ireland, so I was like, I don't want Ireland to lose because Kevin Sheedy's an Everton player.
Yeah.
And that's always I went to the Euro 96 to watch Russia versus Italy. And Kanchelskis was playing for Russia. And I wanted Italy. I was in Italy. I've always been an Italy fan. Or since I have always been like since like me 20s.
Yeah. And
I was like really conflicted because Kanchelskis was, and I loved Kanchelskis. He was like my favourite player. Like, this is like me teens, so he was my favourite player. But he was playing against Italy, and it was what Italy won 2-1, and I was really conflicted by it, even though like it wasn't. It was just so I've always had that. Always had that. Always.
I just don't care about it.
I don't care, to be honest, but I do.
I want Senegal to win because they've gone dying gay. That's about it.
But then I don't want them to win. Like, when it comes to the African nations, I want them to be knocked out in the first.
Ideally, you get knocked out. So we get
I want them to get knocked out in the group stages.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen, is it? That's an unbelievable team, that Senegal team.
Danny says, we all know why fidgeting James checkmate.
I don't like this reputation I've got off that stream. I just thought it was a good opportunity for me to win a mil.
Oh, and then Emma says, does James prefer Lego or chess?
Feels inappropriate.
Mike Raff says, more chance of Everton win the league than England winning the World Cup is boring. I'll be honest, mate. I think there's more chance of England winning the World Cup, Mike. I really do.
Yeah. They got to a semi-final, didn't they, last time? Everton aren't getting close to it now.
Mark Max says, TLS Tuesday, stadiums, Highbury, Bowling Ground, Etihad, White Hart Lane, St James's Park, Stamford Bridge. I never went to West Ham. I've never been to West Ham, and I've never went to White Hart Lane, and I've never been to Tottenham either. It's weird. I've never been to Tottenham and West Ham. At either their grounds. I've been to St James's Park. I've been to Stamford Bridge. Obviously the Etihad. Went to Highbury and the Emirates. But I've never been to Highbury was special. Highbury was really special. A really special ground.
I heard you talking about it and you said it was all modern and stuff. Why did they get rid of it? It was all modern.
For the same reason. No, but it wasn't. What I mean by that was, it wasn't modern as such. So imagine Goodison, right? But like they'd looked after it like properly.
Mm-hmm.
So when you walked into the main door, right, it had marble floors, right, with like marble, and it was glorious. And they'd done one of the ends in '92, so it looked new, but it also looked like old-fashioned at the same time. They'd really kept the look. That's why now they're £1 million flats.
Yeah.
And it was all stone on the outside. So it was different from Goodison. Not saying it was better or worse than Goodison, but it looked like they kept it in top nick. That was the thing. But they moved for the same reason we moved, and they moved 20 years early because they were 20 years quicker than us, is that they understood where football was going and you had to have a new ground. Now, the irony of that is that it sort of stopped them progressing. It took them 15 years to get back to any, like the Champions League and stuff. But Highbury, honestly, Highbury, if you went down to Highbury now, so last time I went to the Emirates, I went to have a look with my dad, and it's honestly, because the area is like a really nice area, do you know what I mean? Like the houses are worth a fortune, but not like houses are worth a fortune because they're all like big mansions. They're worth a fortune because it's North London, and quite a lot of stuff in North London just.
Is North London posh?
It's really nice, North London.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know why in my head I thought it was.
Don't get me wrong, there's little pockets of it that aren't so great.
Yeah.
But North London's like. What I mean by that is it's got really nice houses in, and what's happened is it's been gentrified.
Yeah.
So those nice houses are now have been kept up, and sadly, it costs like they're like houses worth like £1 million, and they're just terraced houses. Yeah. But because it's North London, North London honestly is so nice. So when we go to London, we stay sort of on the outskirts and get the scene in. But on the way up, what we do sometimes on the last days, we'll drive into London and go to Camden, park up in Camden. Camden's bosh, like the market and everything. And then we'll drive out, and then when we went last time, we drove out through Primrose Hill, and then we went to Notting Hill and stopped in Notting Hill and had a little walk around there. And these areas are just unbelievable, like unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit like I don't know, if you walked around like Hope Street and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A bit like that, and a little bit behind Hope Street, like the Georgian Quarter. It's yeah. But North London's it's interesting. North London. Comments. Mark Max says I spoke to a palace. I'm thinking you're going to say fan, otherwise you're going mad. Who did originally support England ahead of Palace because he thought it was the only opportunity a trophy get won. But now Palace have won something he's not as asked. Well, that's someone who's just jumping on the bandwagon. Derek Cummins says Maldini put Kanchelskis in his pocket that day. He absolutely did. He pocketed him. I thought Kanchelskis, because it was off the back of the season with Everton, I thought Kanchelskis was going to be unbelievable in those Euros.
He's crap.
Maldini just destroyed him in that first game. Like, it was an honour to be there. Like, it's one of the only times I've been at Anfield. But to watch that game, like, and that's literally my favourite kit, that Italy kit, and I've got it with Maldini on the back. Maldini was like, no, you don't get like, not too many defenders are like lauded nowadays. Like proper Maldini was like, he was just like, he had model looks, so you could put him on posters. Yeah, and he was just
like cool.
He was cool as fuck, and he was just magnet. What a player! You just don't get players like him anymore. Hard as nails, but just unbelievable. Yeah. And he did pocket him. He did. He did really. I just missed. Did I miss a chance? A comment there. There was a comment about you there, but I think I just missed it.
It's one about me.
Yeah.
Same what?
Something about like chess.
Oh.
Someone was saying something about chess. And how much you love it.
I actually don't even know how to play chess properly.
I don't. I tried to play it once, like on a.
I tried it in lockdown, and I can play it on like an app. Because that tells you what the pieces can do. But off the top of my head, I could not tell you. Yeah. It's really complicated. There's horses in it and queens. And what's that all about? Fellas, bishops. John Bishops. John Bishop is in chess.
Oh, do you know what's really annoying?
John Bishop.
So John
Yeah.
Bishop's book, or whatever it is, has been made into an American TV show, right? Genuinely, by what's his name? I can't remember his name. But who played Rocket Raccoon in? Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
So he's adapted it, and I'd seen a still of it before, and it's Will Arnett, I think, playing.
Will I am?
Will Arnett is playing John Bishop's character, or John Bishop.
I don't know who Will Arnett is.
You will when you look at his face. He's in loads of like American like comedies and stuff, and just has like little parts in films.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
no, yeah.
And there's a picture of him, and he's just wearing a Liverpool top,
Ooh.
and it's just like, oh, you pricks! You didn't have to like do that. Like,
What's it called?
I don't know. I just put John Bishop comedy in, and I bet you
It's a film.
Is it a film or a TV show? I don't know.
Film.
What's it called? I'm from Runcorn.
Is this thing on?
Oh, okay. And have you got the picture of him wearing the Liverpool t-shirt?
I have not. One sec.
Okay.
I've got one of them wearing a vest.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, that's the t-shirt, but they've cut the arms off. Why are they taking John Bishop stuff and making...
She was best mates with Chris Pratt on The Graham Norton Show.
Who, John Bishop?
Yeah.
It always does make me laugh, that show, because I always think, you know, when you get celebrities on and then they mix with like, oh, camera's gone mental.
Oh my God.
Camera's gone mental. Hang on, I need to knock that off because it'll break.
I broke the camera.
You've just been moving.
Oh, it's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. That focus is on that. It always makes me laugh, that show, because people go on and there's like massive stars and they're sitting next to like people who are like on like UK shows.
It's good though.
And they're like, do you know him? And he's like, well, I know him, but he's not going to know me, is he?
Yeah.
And it's like, for an hour to just get bladdered together, and I always think, did these like go off stage and just go, see you, lovely to meet you, and just go, or they go, oh, I'll follow you on, I'll follow you on Twitter, or I'll follow you on Instagram, and you know, now and again, just like message me, oh, you're all right, you're in the.
Wasn't Taylor Swift on it recently?
She on it last week, yeah.
Was there anyone random on it with her?
Dingo was on it.
I know Lewis Capaldi was on it, wasn't he?
Capaldi came on it and dropped the C word, which was hilarious, and she wasn't actually offended by it, but there was a British girl on it who seemed a little bit offended, but she was also bladdered. This girl, she's in Tron, and she was bladdered, and apparently she said something to Taylor Swift, and they had to cut it out because it was like Graham Norton was like, you can't be saying stuff like that, literally, because she was that pissed. But it was funny this week because I watched it this week, and what's his name was on, the Irish fellow who played the Penguin. What reminds me of mine going? Colin Farrell. Yeah. But he doesn't drink, so no one else was drinking. So obviously they must have a rule, because he's an alcoholic, but he doesn't drink anymore. So they must have a rule of like, if someone come on and they don't drink, no one else can drink, because you're not supposed to drink in the company of people, because it's not fair. And the show was so boring.
They needed it.
Yeah, it was like people go on there, have a bevy, and just relax.
Yeah.
And it was like so boring, and they were saying things that they thought were funny, but they weren't that funny. Whereas the week before, it was like riotous because everyone was just bladdered. Like, you could see them knocking back these glasses of mine, and then Capaldi comes down and he's like got that nervous energy, and he just starts swearing his head off and calling people. He basically called out people in Leeds because his concert in Leeds wasn't sold out. It was brilliant. He was like. He basically went, you gang of pricks. It was fantastic. And they were sitting there just like stunned. But it is funny when sometimes there is like a boss like range of people on, and on the end there'll just be someone who's an EastEnders, and they'll literally be sitting there going, I can't, because they'll be like, yeah, I was at this big Hollywood party, and you're like, were you there? Yeah, oh yeah, have you ever been on those red carpets where this happens? Oh, it's terrible. And the one fella at the end who's been in like EastEnders is like,
it's the match. I to be honest, I'm not watching. I just watched clips of it. But there was one where it was like that Dame Judi Dench, and she was feeling the bullet hole inside of 50 Cent's mouth, and she was like, "What a jewel that is!" Yeah,
I love that stuff. But that's why I think it's really good. I think that's why people love going on it, because they get to get pissed
with random people,
and it's like with random people, and it can be really good.
Yeah.
because it is good. Like, it's massive all around the world. You know that show? Like,
Graham Norton show.
yeah, it's massive all around the world because celebrities go. Because you've watched like Americans when they go on chat shows in America, and it's all like they have a bit of a laugh and they're funny, and
It's very fake though, isn't it?
Fallon will be like, "Oh, let's do this song thing," and it's all a bit funny, but no one's like sitting there going, "You fucking cunt." Or, you know what I mean? No one's gonna drop a C-bomb Hardy in America, like, so they love it because they just get to go on and get pissed. Mark Max says, I hope to God Bradley Cooper isn't doing a Liverpool accent in it. Can name a good Liverpool accent. Can you name a good Liverpool accent in a movie from a non-Liverpool actor?
What's the fella from Black Panther? He done a good one. In the Nativity as well. What's his name? His Scouse accent was good.
The lad,
Martin. No.
the lad who's actually British.
He's British, yeah.
Oh, you mean the one who's in The Responder?
I don't know what the responder is. That might be where he does.
Where he literally plays
I
a
just seen
Scouser.
it. I was from seeing it on the telly.
No,
The
The
Scouse
Responder.
accent was good.
Like,
What's his name?
Which is, hang on, sorry, a show which is centred mostly in Bootle.
I didn't watch it. I just seen it. Me and Dad were probably watching it. I was like, that's a good accent, that.
Yeah.
From the Nativity.
Martin Thingo.
In my head, Martin Keogh.
I can't believe that of all the things that he was in, you referenced Black Panther.
And Nativity.
No, but you referenced Black Panther. So first of all, I was like, hang on.
He was in Black Panther.
He wasn't Black Panther. I know he was. He was in The Office.
What's his name?
Martin Dingle.
Black Panther fella.
Martin Dingle. Just put
Black Panther white fella.
Put Martin Black Panther and it'll come up.
That's cheating though.
It's not.
Martin Freeman.
Of course it is, yeah. I don't know if Bradley Cooper is playing a Scouser in it. I don't even know if anyone's playing John Bishop as a Scouser. I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to go and watch it.
Do you feel like Jake Gyllenhaal and Bradley Cooper are just the same fella? Near enough.
No.
I feel like if you swap them in any film,
I think they're
the film
massively
stays
different.
the same.
I think they're massively different.
I think they're the same. Any film you swap them in, it'd be the same film.
Oh, I
do like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't agree with that. I feel like Bradley Cooper has like more like at times will do more like arty films. Or you won't have seen this film, but there's a really good film called Licorice Pizza, right?
Yeah.
And it's like an arty kind of film it's based on a true story about this fella producer of when he was 16 and all the things he got up to. And one of the things was wooing a 25-year-old girl, which is really weird, by the way, in it. And she's played by one of the Haim sisters, the band Haim.
Yeah.
She's played by one of them. But there's a character in it who's played by Bradley Cooper, and it's more like of a cameo. And it's based on this guy who was a notorious womanizer in the 70s. And he plays him for about 10 minutes in it, or even less than 10 minutes. And it's just, it's just a boss little 10-minute cameo from Bradley Cooper of just being this madly coked up fella that there was obviously mad stories about. And it's just, he's just horrible in it, but it's a brilliant little cameo. Whereas I just don't think Jake Gyllenhaal could do that.
I don't know. I feel like he could.
No.
I feel like American Sniper, that could be Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, I don't
Limitless,
think
that could be Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't think Jake Gyllenhaal's a good enough actor to have been in.
That's harsh.
No, I don't think he is.
He's a good actor.
No, but he does things like, so have you seen
he does films.
the one
where his wife's always dead and he's dead.
What's
sad
the
about
one
it.
where he's like literally the ambulance chaser? Where he's like the TV reporter.
I have seen that one.
That's a Nightcaller.
Yeah.
It's boss that. I don't think
Southpaw, I saw that recently.
I
That was
didn't
good.
see Southpaw.
The Covenant, that he was good in that. Did you watch that one? It's the Guy Ritchie one.
No. What's it called?
The Covenant.
No. What's it about?
It's got Scouse lads in it as well. You know the ones who were in.
Yeah, but what's it about?
So he gets kidnapped.
No, I didn't see it.
No. You should watch that. That's a good film.
I don't think this. You just took two white men and just gone, yeah.
No,
they're the same.
People in the comments, you agree that Bradley Cooper and Jake Gyllenhaal, same film.
No, but I think they could swap certain roles, but I don't think Bradley.
I've not watched every film. Just
I
the
don't
films I've
think.
seen
No,
from
I
both
don't
of them.
think Jake Gyllenhaal is as anywhere near good actor as Bradley Cooper. Some of the stuff I've seen Bradley Cooper in. But I get you. I do like sort of. I get your point. I sort of get your point because they're both white and male and around the same age. But I also just don't think Jake Gyllenhaal could have.
But they both play like the same character.
I don't think he could have
the
played.
odd man.
I don't think he could have played like an alcoholic
Jake Gyllenhaal.
singer in.
I think he could have.
In A Star Is Born.
Is Jake Gyllenhaal in Madagascar as well.
That okay? And I wouldn't have wanted yeah. Let's move on. But I get what you're saying. I'm not like arguing. I'm not like saying it's. I just think Bradley.
I think you're being harsh to Jake Gyllenhaal.
I think Bradley Cooper's like a really good actor. Like
I'd put you.
No, I think Jake Gyllenhaal's a decent actor, but I think Bradley Cooper's like a really good actor. Like he's got loads of range, whereas I think Jake Gyllenhaal gets stuck in the same like.
He just gets stuck. His wife's always dead or dying.
Yeah,
he's sad about it.
No one wants that, do they?
I've never watched Brokeback Mountain though.
No, I've never watched it, but Mark Max says out to God, something on that's the other one, isn't it? He said, Posh Matty said, I couldn't see Bradley Cooper on Brokeback Mountain. Jake Gyllenhaal's a better actor. See, I disagree with that. I think that's the only thing where he's really been like of a top level. Although I do love Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko is you've never seen Donnie Darko, have you? Donnie Darko's a hole you don't want to fall into.
Why?
Because it's such a weird film, but it's also... So Donnie Darko, right, is about a lad who... Donnie Darko's about a lad who has like this... He has a vision. So something happens to him. And it's like he lives his life twice. One in like the real world and one in like a parallel world. But because of something that happens in the real world, that creates the parallel world. It's very weird. Yeah. It's very weird. Something happens. So it's like he affects something. That means the thing that should happen to him doesn't happen. And then he starts seeing this like giant bunny rabbit with a skeleton face. And all mad stuff starts to happen and all like trippy stuff. And it's so weird. And it's almost like it's better he's dead for the world. Yeah. And it's like something's pulling him towards dying. And it's almost like he knows he should be dead because it's better for the rest of the world. It's so weird. No, honestly.
It's one that I wanted to always watch.
But it's like you watch it and go, it's this sort of why, like you watch it and go,
yeah,
this is like a really interesting concept. Like, it's so weird.
Do you have like
the soundtrack's brilliant.
A favourite actor? Or anyone that comes to mind?
Loads. I really like Matt Damon. Really like Matt Damon.
Brad Pitt.
I really like Brad Pitt. Anyone who's in like Ocean's 11, to me, is just boss. Like George Clooney's just amazing.
I don't feel like I've seen many George Clooney.
He doesn't do that many films. He doesn't do that many.
Does he not get famous from films though?
No, he got famous from being in ER.
In what?
In ER. It was a TV show.
Oh,
ER. He was a doctor in it. And he got famous from that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what he was in. It was a big like 90s, early 2000s show. Yeah. Yeah. No, I really like Matt Damon. So, but I like a lot. There's loads of things that go, oh, I need to watch that because he's in it. DiCaprio is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. You know if he's in something, it's going to be boss.
Yeah. That's why I'm going to see that film tonight.
That's the thing. You know he doesn't do crap.
Yeah. So
therefore, it's like, yeah. James Graham says Robert Carlyle did a decent Scouse accent. Can't remember the name of the film. It was 51st State. Oh, yeah. And the reason I know that, I remember watching it at the time, but there's too much Liverpool stuff in it. But Sam Nivola, who obviously we had on in the summer, his mum was in that film. Derek Cummins says, I can go back to 66 World Cup as a 13-year-old, so I've seen Pele at Goodison getting kicked to death. I've still got the tickets from Portugal versus North Korea unused still in the envelope. I didn't go because it clashed with my holidays. Oh, what a game that is to miss.
What game?
Portugal versus North Korea.
To be fair.
So North Korea were 3-0 up.
Yeah. Didn't he just kill them all though in the end?
No. Didn't
Allegedly, all the North Koreans died. Or went to slave camps.
Just making things up now, I think.
Is that not true?
Anyway, North Korea were 3-0 up. And it was like looking like it was going to be the biggest shock ever. And Eusebio basically turned it round one-handedly, basically, or one-legged. And they won 5-3, I think it was, in the end. Oh, Derek, but amazing that to see Pele. I count myself very lucky that I got to see Ronaldo play at Brazilian Ronaldo.
Sweet.
At Goodison. Like, honestly, and Roberto Carlos. But I was trying to find some. I was trying to find a Ronaldo like picture at Goodison, like a really good one, but there was like 2 pictures I could find and neither of them were any good. I wanted them with like him with like Archibald Leach in the background,
like the Gladys Street behind them.
but one thing was there was not very many decent pictures of him, but also the cameras were like crap.
To be fair though, sometimes the crap cameras do look cooler.
Well, no, we know what looks cooler: black and white. So if you see Pelé playing at Goodison, they all look amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's black and white, and there's no real like, there's no quality lost because of the colour.
Yeah.
And that's why they look so good. But I'd love it. But yeah, that's a treasure, and plus it was a proper game, and obviously, yeah, he did get kicked off the pitch, didn't he? But seeing Ronaldo play,
Sweet.
yeah. I mean, it's not Siri, but
Wrong one.
it's not a Siri, but fair play. Who's the best player you've ever seen in the flesh?
Messi. Not like the performance.
Just you got to see.
I got
him.
to see Messi.
Yeah.
Saw Ibra in the San Siro. That's quite
I've
cool.
seen Ibra at Goodison. Scored a worldie. So.
And
And
saw
I think
Ronaldo. I think at Goodison.
seen him loads of times at Goodison. Seen him when he
I don't know.
with the phone and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably Ibra or Messi.
Yeah.
You know? The best two.
No. I sent you to Brazil and the Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Real Madrid and Barca teams that I've seen. But unfortunately, Messi was injured when I went to see Barca. But Ronaldinho and people like
That's
that.
a good one.
I've mentioned before, the Real Madrid team was unbelievable. See, Zidane, Ronaldo, Beckham, Figo, Carlos. It was unbelievable. It's just an unbelievable team. James Gaines says Jake, I mean, he knows him by his first name, in Donnie Darko, my favourite film, and the soundtrack is boss. That's literally what I said. Soundtrack is really good because the soundtrack works so well with it, almost like elevates the story. It's such a weird. I can't explain it. It's really hard to explain. It's just that, as I said, it's like this lad's supposed to die, doesn't die, sort of knows he's supposed to die, and then almost lives his life knowing something is going to happen to him, and make sure it does happen to him because he knows the world will be a better place with him not in it, even though it's terrible for his immediate family. The world as a whole will benefit from him not being alive because of what changes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the like butterfly effect of him being dead.
Basically, yeah. And honestly, it's so good. It's so weird. It's so good. His sister's in it as well, I think. And she was in, funny enough, I was watching The Dark Knight the other night and she was in that as well. His sister.
What's his sister's name?
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, yeah.
For a minute there, I was like, thinking you didn't know. David Earl says, saw it being filmed in Water Street, worked there at the time, saw the motorbike do the slide crash, motorbike Sam's mum was on. There you go. The only thing that annoys me on 51st Dates is you'll have never seen it is, know that thing I was talking to Adam before, was it Adam I was talking to about? Saying about like, was it Adam I was talking to or something? When they're filming something in Liverpool and you watch it and you're like, you see them driving down the street and then they turn a corner and then they're in a completely different... That was what this was like. It was like 1 minute they were in Old Swan and they turn a corner and they were in Water Street and I was like, no, that's not allowed.
Vladimir Klitschko's in Ocean's 11.
Yeah, he is, yeah. There's a fight in it, isn't there? There's a fight.
I've never seen it.
You never seen Ocean's 11?
No.
Oh, mate, Ocean's 11's boss. Like, proper worth watching. It's a proper little boss heist film. Ocean's 13 as well is decent.
What about 12?
No, it's not.
Is that a film?
In fact, yeah, of course it is.
Is there 11 of these films?
No. Ocean's 11 is the amount of people that he has with... There's a heist. Danny Ocean is his name. And he has a team of 11 people. It's based on a film from the 60s with Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack, as they were called there. Were called then. Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. You won't know who the Rat Pack is. It was a very...
I do.
Okay, well you do.
There was a rap group called the Rat Pack.
No, it wasn't a rap group. The Rat Pack was a very famous group of people who were all mates who basically did all the shows in Vegas and then did all the films, and they were all mates and they were like drinkers and smokers, and they like, you know, they had this image of like staying up all night, but for some of them it just wasn't true. It's just an image. So they did a film called Ocean's 11. It wasn't that good, but it basically, him and all his mates were in it.
Yeah.
And it got like this notoriety, even though it wasn't that good. they're all cool, they're all in boss suits, and they remade it, but the remake's much better. But it's like, and it's got Brad Pitt, it's got Matt Damon in it, it's got loads of people in it that you'll know. But it's a really good film, and the music's boss.
Yeah,
but it's a boss little heist film because when there's like little reveals in it of how things are done, and you're like, that's dead clever. It is a really good film. It's aged quite well as well. I
feel like it might be Brad Pitt might just be the best actor.
Brad Pitt's amazing.
I'm looking through.
Do you know why? Have you seen you've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, haven't you?
No.
Please tell me you've seen that.
No.
Sometimes I just wonder why. I don't know. Should watch it. It's really good. Mark Max's Zodiac and Prisoner and Donnie Darko. The films, Zodiac's a brilliant film. Genuinely a brilliant film. Don't know whether it's... I don't know. Zodiac's a brilliant film. It's up there, yeah. But it's also Thingo, isn't it? Zodiac's made by David Thingo. You seen Zodiac?
I have not.
Oh my god! Sometimes I don't know why.
I haven't had enough time to see all these.
Just don't know why I bother. Don't know why I bother sometimes. I really don't. Who made Zodiac? It was David
Fincher.
David Fincher it was, yeah.
God, you don't even know that.
No, I can't. Mate, I've got COVID brain, mate. I've literally, since COVID, my brain's like mush. So, and it's an actual symptom of long-term COVID.
Are you saying now you've got long-term COVID?
I might have, that's why maybe I get sick all the time. But I've got brain fog, and I've had it since COVID. Genuinely, my brain used to be like really sharp. I didn't remember, and I know people go, well, it's just old age. I know, but it happened when COVID kicked in. So, I don't know. I'm just hoping one day I don't have it, because I like remembering stuff.
Like what?
Just anything.
Favorite thing to remember? Everton.
The smell of something. I don't know. Mark Max's Christian Bale is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
I don't know. I do love Christian Bale, and I love the fact that he goes from fat to thin to muscly to whatever.
Yeah.
And I do love that.
He's really about it.
But I do think DiCaprio is like maybe just the absolute legend, like the absolute best at the moment by far. But I do love Christian Bale.
Yeah, he has got good ones. DiCaprio.
And I do love that he did do the Batman films.
What's your best DiCaprio film? I think it's Catch Me If You Can.
I love Catch Me If You Can. I really do love it, and I always think it's a Christmas film.
I think so as well. It's always on, isn't it, when it's around Christmas?
Teen Christmas, my friend. Because its centre is Christmas. It's like centre is Christmas. Like when he gets caught, when he gets caught in France, it's Christmas. When he gets home to his mum, which is like 3 years later, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And the little girl's in the window. So at the beginning, it's Chris. I always think because it comes back to Christmas all the time. I mean, it's not a Christmas film, but you know what I mean. Posh Matty says Brad Pitt is good, but a load of better actors. Daniel Day-Lewis is near the top. Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis is amazing. By the way, neither of us said Brad Pitt was the best actor.
I think he might be.
I just love watching Brad Pitt films.
I think I went through them then, and he's got a better catalogue.
Oh, that's what I mean. I love watching Brad Pitt films.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the best actor. I think DiCaprio is the best actor. But I love Brad Pitt films. I think they're all brilliant. I think that's the thing. Some people the thing with Daniel Day-Lewis is he's a great actor, but his films are pretty miserable. A lot of them are just miserable, arty type films. Whereas Brad Pitt, he's doing boss stuff. But something like one, that's why I love Once. That's why you should watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's Brad Pitt and DiCaprio in it. That's literally his best mate in the film.
Oh.
That's why you should watch it.
Yeah, I was going through Daniel Day-Lewis, and I don't know if I've seen one of these films.
Not one.
Good, is it?
Never watched In the Name of the Father.
No.
It's about it's loads of it's filmed in Liverpool. It's about IRA bomber who wasn't an IRA bomber. Really good film. Really good. Should watch it. You'll never watch any of these films. I don't know why I bother.
You give me about 100.
I know, but you need to start watching them. Maybe if you started watching one a week, then
I watch.
No, you should do. No, you should look for now. And I know this is happening more and more. When you go to pictures, instead of watching something new, see if there's something old on that you haven't seen.
No, because then in 50 years' time, I'll be ahead of the curve.
No, but like the point being is like you're going to see loads of crap at the pictures, right?
This one's meant to be good, isn't it?
No, right, not tonight, but you have seen loads of crap. But more and more cinemas are putting old films on because
To be fair, I've seen old film.
because there's not enough films coming out.
I saw Interstellar in the pictures.
Some
First
films
time.
need to be seen
Last
on the pictures, like with all the bells and whistles to
Yeah.
appreciate them. Interstellar's one of those films.
I've watched The Dark Knight there before. I've seen it before then, though.
Well, you got to watch IMAX and IMAX, haven't you? There's no telly that can replicate IMAX.
Avatar, great film.
Mike Ross says Rat Pack, Lee Butler, Stu Allen. No, that's about 7 people understand that, Mike. James Graham says Christian Bale played me, James Graham, in Empire of the Sun. Awesome film.
Nice.
I've seen Empire of the Sun. I remember from when I was a kid, and I really liked it. I totally forgot that was his name, but I really liked Empire of the Sun. It's about a kid who is in China in the Second World War. Was it China or was it Japan? I don't want to be appropriate, insensitive here. And
The
basically,
Japanese invasion of Shanghai.
that's it. So he's in China and the Japanese invade, and basically he gets separated from his mum and dad. So basically they live in like a very lovely English community, but it's in China, and he's a schoolboy, and the Japanese invade, and then he gets taken and put in a camp, and I think he ends up in Japan, and while he's in Japan, he's like fighting for his life, basically, blah blah blah, and the bomb goes off as well while he's there. One of the nuclear bomb goes off, and that's not like, it's not about that. That's just, it's about this lad.
That's like the context, yeah.
It's about this lad who's basically got the best life ever, taken away from his mum and dad, end up being like a concentration camp, which is like, it's disgusting, and ending up like having to get back, and all the like, it's boss. It's a really good film. It's like Christian Bale's first film. It was like 13 or something. So again, watch it, don't watch it. No, it's up to you. Right, we're finishing now. Cooper's Tour says, has he even watched Winter Soldier? Yeah, I think I asked him like 5 months ago.
I have watched Winter Soldier loads, but I still don't think it's the best Captain America.
Okay.
I still think it's, out of the 3, it's my 3rd. Which I know you hate, but...
Mate, it's like literally the best Marvel film.
No, it's
I
not
just
best
don't
than,
know how you
not
say it.
best than Civil War. And then
I
Captain
think
America, the original
But
one's the best one.
the thing about it is, without Winter Soldier, there is no Civil War.
Yeah, but you can say that about any...
No, you can't say that about anything.
You can't.
I couldn't say.
That's a bad excuse for
That's
a
like
film.
me saying, well, without me, there wouldn't be you.
What?
Is that true?
No.
You just said there is. Richie Dean says, great documentary film on Netflix. It's not on Netflix, it's on Amazon. John Candy, I Like Me, my favourite comedy actor. I watched it on Sunday night. I really enjoyed it. It'll be nothing to James, because he doesn't even know who John Candy is.
Is he the one who... the paedophile clown? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not.
No,
Who am I thinking of? That was the Netflix documentary about that fella, wasn't he?
Gacy. John Wayne Gacy.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. His name's John, isn't it?
Oh, you've just sullied John Candy's life. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, I watched that. It was really good. That was made by Ryan Reynolds and Tom Hanks.
Yeah, John Gacy. That's
Yeah,
what I was
there you
thinking
go.
of.
I can never forget you. Never forget your serial killers, mate. I'll never forget me serial killers. John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
They always got 3 names.
Why?
And he was a fella who dressed up as a clown and went to kids' parties, and then yeah, I remember the film. Watched the film when I was a kid. It was
Terrified you?
bad.
Are you scared of clowns?
I hate clowns. I'm not scared of them. I just don't like them.
Mm.
I just don't like them. They're horrible. Danny says P51 Mustang Cadillac of the Skies. You're absolutely right. And if you watch that show on Apple TV, which is just called Apple TV now, not Apple TV Plus, what's it called? Masters of the Sky. They've got P51 Mustang Cadillacs of the Skies in them. I mean, that's not the full name. That's what he says about them.
Wow.
Because he's in a concentration camp. There's loads of Americans, and he's just like completely. He just loves Americans, and they're all like knobheads, basically. There you go. Right, I'm gonna. James Gain says, "That's my worst nightmare, a pedo clown." Yeah, definitely. David Eor says, and I guarantee James has not watched this film. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Saw it in the pictures. You've never seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, have you? which is fine because it was made in 1987.
No, I've not seen that. I've seen
And then Richie says, sorry, Amazon. James, watch Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
I've seen Uncle Buck
Yeah, there you go. That's John Candy.
and Home Alone.
Yeah, John
and
Candy's in that.
Cool Runnings.
There, John Candy. John Candy is amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was amazing. He died when he was like 44.
Yeah, it was.
So he was amazing. Honestly, one of
Uncle
like
Buck's a very good.
no one's got a bad word to say about him. He's a great human being, and he died when he was like 4. I'm older than John Candy was when he died.
Ever. Yeah.
That's sad. That's sad. Right, there you go. Apologies that it descended into like film chat and stuff. Not that any of you seem to care, but there was, we had a good chat about stuff, didn't we?
We're into the second week of the international break as happens.
Yeah, like this is literally the last day of it all, isn't it? Like tomorrow at least we can talk about Everton players playing in the international break, can't we?
Yeah.
Because some of them play tonight. So you should not ask that. You said the 5 o'clock Tuesday crew on international break. You know the script. You knew what was coming as soon as you saw me and James. You knew what was coming. You knew. Right. See you all tomorrow. Bye.